Tokyo is struggling with a resurgence of COVID-19. The number of confirmed cases in August is on its way to double that in April. But the city hasn't responded again with a state of emergency. And it wants to keep the economy running, so it's targeting nightlife establishments. It's ordered restaurants and bars to close by 10 p.m. And the Olympics have also been postponed to next year, but even that date is causing public concern. I'm Mai Yoshida, and I recently sat down to talk one-on-one with Yuriko Koike, the governor of Tokyo. Ms. Yuriko Koike, thank you so much for joining us today. So let's start with the coronavirus. The number of COVID-19 cases in Tokyo topped 19,000, which is actually higher than other big Asian cities like Seoul, Hong Kong, or even Beijing. You have said in the past that you may issue a state of emergency again without waiting for the central government. What will trigger that decision, and why haven't you done it yet?
Well, I think we can, so far we are managing in a good manner. First of all, we have the expert panel, and they analyze and determine the situation concerning the both the infection situation and the system for the provision of healthcare is still serious one. But this standards is very, very rigid. I think we are now witnessing the number of COVID-19 infection is now getting down, and I think the situation become much better than before.
Recent surveys show that more than half of the Japanese people against the idea of hosting the Olympics in Tokyo next year. Are there any specific safety measures you can announce now to alleviate some of their concerns?
Well, I think people's concern toward the COVID-19 is much, much higher than any other country in the world. People are so conscious about hygiene and public health. But as a host city, we have to be prepared for all the measures. We will do our best to prevent the coronavirus infection here in Japan, and also to welcome the athlete from all over the world.
There's a race to become Asia's next financial hub as some companies relocate their Asian headquarters from Hong Kong. How will Tokyo lure global capital and global talent during the pandemic and also after all of this is over?
Well, the TMG has been working to attract foreign companies and human resources through a variety of efforts. For instance, we will continue to improve the business and living environment to attract highly skilled financial professionals, which will play a key role in our growth as a global financial hub, where law, order, and human rights are respected. And also, we are ready to provide a financial one-stop support service and developing international schools, and also providing multilingual medical services are prepared.
Switching the subject to female empowerment, female politicians in Japan is one of the lowest in this world. I would love to hear your thoughts on what should be changed in order to increase female politicians like yourself.
I think we have to have more women in decision-making situation or position. Otherwise, well, I think female or the women in Japan is the most precious natural resources.
If you become the first female prime minister in Japan, you would be able to do all of that.
Well, I'm the head of the big city, which is almost a state. To make 14 million people be happier is my task.
Okay, thank you so much for your time today.
Pleasure.